Now let us see final value theorem of Z transforms. It says that if Z transform of un is equal to u bar z, then limit as z tending to 1 z minus 1 u bar z is equal to limit un as n tending to infinity. Now let us prove this. By shifting rule, we have z transform of un plus 1 is equal to z into u bar z minus u naught. Name it as expression 1. And z transform of un is equal to u bar z. Name it as expression 2. Subtract these two expressions, 1 minus 2. Left hand side, subtract left hand sides. Z transform of un plus 1 minus z transform of un. This is equal to, even subtract right hand sides, z into u bar z minus u naught into u bar z. Now take z transform common. So write it as z transform of un plus 1 minus un. This is equal to u bar z. U bar z into z minus 1 minus z into u naught. Here from these two terms, z into u bar z minus u bar z, we are taking z out. So we get z minus 1 and minus z into u naught as it is. So now by the definition of Z transform, we have Z transform of un is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to infinity un z raised to minus n. Here let us apply this definition for this term, Z transform of un plus 1 minus un. Instead of un, we have un plus 1 minus un. So in the definition, we are going to replace un by this full term. So now apply definition of Z transform on left hand side. So this term becomes summation n is equal to 0 to infinity un plus 1 minus un into z raised to minus n according to definition of Z transform. This is equal to, right hand side keep as it is. Now let us take limit as z tending to 1 because we want that. So this is, take limit as z tending to 1 on both the sides. So we get here, when we take limit as z tending to 1, 1 raised to minus n, it becomes 1. Here 1 into u naught, it is u naught. So in the next step, we are writing it as summation n is equal to 0 to infinity un plus 1 minus un. Only this much we get. Why? Because we have taken z tending to 1. Limit as z tending to 1. So that means we are replacing z by 1. So that's why this becomes 1. This term becomes 1. So under summation sign, we are left with only this term. So right hand side, limit as z tending to 1. Z into u naught, that is 1 into u naught becomes u naught, and this term we get. Okay. Now in the next step, you are shifting u naught to other side. When you shift u naught to other side, it becomes u naught plus summation n is equal to 0 to infinity un plus 1 minus un. So keep this term as it is. Now here u naught as it is. Here n varies from 0 to infinity. Here n varies from 0 to infinity. That means we can give n values varying from 0 to infinity. That is n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 till so on m plus 1, m plus 2 till so on infinity. Okay. So what we'll do is, we'll rewrite it as u naught as it is plus limit as m tending to infinity summation n varies from 0 to infinity. So un plus 1 minus un. Now u naught as it is plus limit as m tending to infinity u1 minus u naught. Because when you replace n by 0, you get u1 minus u naught. Replace n by 1, u2 minus u1. Till so on, replace n by m minus 1, we get um minus 1. Replace n by m, we get um plus 1 minus um, so on. So now here most of the terms cancels. u1 cancels with u1, u2 cancels, um also cancels, um minus 1 also cancels. Finally, we are left with the terms um plus 1 minus u naught. And this is equal to, u naught also cancels here. So we are left with limit as m tending to infinity um plus 1. As m tends to infinity, m plus 1 also tends to infinity. Hence, RHS is equivalent to limit m plus 1 tending to infinity um plus 1. One and the same it is. As m tending to infinity, m plus 1 also tends to infinity. So instead of writing m tending to infinity, for our convenience, we are writing it as limit m plus 1 tending to infinity um plus 1. Now when you replace m plus 1 by n, what we get? It is limit n tending to infinity un. So this is the required result. Now let us start with the inverse transforms, inverse Z transforms. So in inverse transforms, let us see some standard results. Already we have studied Z transform of k to the power n is Z upon Z minus k. So inverse transform of Z upon Z minus k is k to the power n. Similarly, Z transform of 1 is Z upon Z minus 1. So inverse transform of Z upon Z minus 1 is equal to 1. And Z transform of n is Z upon Z minus 1 whole the square. So inverse transform of Z upon Z minus 1 whole the square is equal to n, and so on. Now let us solve problems based on inverse transforms. Find inverse Z transform of, first problem is inverse transform of 5z upon 2 minus z into 3z minus 1. Second problem is inverse transform of z upon z minus 1 into z minus 2. Let us solve second problem first. So let us take this as u bar z. So u bar z is equal to z upon z minus 1 into z minus 2. Now shift this z to other side. U bar z upon z is equal to 1 upon z minus 1 into z minus 2 we get, because we have shifted z on that side. So now let us resolve this part into partial fractions. So 1 upon z minus 1 into z minus 2. You know, since it is linear non-repeating factor, it can be resolved as a upon z minus 1 plus b upon z minus 2. Now here when you take LCM, z minus 1 into z minus 2 becomes LCM. So a into z minus 2, b into z minus 1. Denominator cancels with this. So we are left with 1 is equal to a into z minus 2 plus b into z minus 1. Now let us find the values of a and b. For that, substitute z is equal to 1 first. If you put z is equal to 1, you get, put z is equal to 1, then this part becomes 0. A into minus 1 is equal to 1 you get. So a is equal to minus 1. Put z is equal to 2, you get the value of b. Therefore, u bar z upon z, this substituting this. Therefore, u bar z upon z is equal to minus 1 upon z minus 1 and 1 upon z minus 2. This is nothing but u bar z by z. So u bar z by z, this we have written as a upon z minus 1 plus b upon z minus 2. So substitute the values of a and b. So minus 1 upon z minus 1 plus 1 upon z minus 2. Now shift z to other side. So we, in left hand side we are left with u bar z is equal to z shifted here minus z upon z minus 1, z shifted here z upon z minus 2. So now consider inverse transform on both the sides. Inverse transform of u bar z. Inverse transform of u bar z is equal to inverse transform of minus z upon z minus 1 plus inverse transform of z upon z minus 2. Inverse transform of z upon z minus 1 is 1. Minus sign take out. Okay. And inverse transform of z upon z minus 2. This is of k to the power n form. Z upon z minus k. It is nothing but k to the power n. That is 2 to the power n. Now, one more important application of Z transform is solving difference equations. Now let us solve difference equations using Z transform. Difference equations is written as yn plus 2 minus 4 times yn is equal to 0. Initial conditions are given. Given conditions are y0 is equal to 0 and y1 is equal to 2. We have to solve this difference equations using Z transform. Now consider Z transform on both the sides for difference equation. So that is Z transform of yn plus 2 minus 4 out Z transform of yn is equal to 0 as it is. Now here we can use the shifting property. In shifting property we are considering Z transform of un plus 1, un plus 2 and so on. But instead of un plus 1 here we have given yn plus 1, yn plus 2 and so on. So Z transform of yn plus 2 using shifting rule, it is written as z square into y bar z minus y0 minus y1 upon z. Why? Because Z transform of un plus 2 is z square into u bar z minus u naught minus u1 z raised to minus 1. Same thing I have written here in terms of y. Minus 4 times z transform of yn is nothing but y bar z. That is z transform of un. It is nothing but u bar z. So we have written in terms of y. So now here y bar z is common. Take y bar z out from these two terms. So inside the bracket we get here z square and this side 4 remains. Y bar z we have taken out. Minus z square into y naught. Minus z square into y1 upon z. This is z square into y naught. Now this is equal to 0. So now y bar z as it is, z square minus 4 as it is, y naught using initial condition it is 0. It is 0 and y1 is 2. So 2 times z. Substitute y naught and y1. You get y bar z is equal to 2 times z shifted to other side and z square minus 4 shifted to other side. Now y bar z is equal to 2 times z shifted to other side. So y bar z upon z, 2 upon z minus 2 into z plus 2, z square minus 4, a square minus b square, a plus b, a minus b. Now again resolve it into partial fractions. It can be, these are not repeated factors. So written as a upon z minus 2 plus b upon z plus 2. Now similarly as we solved in previous problem, put z is equal to plus 2 and minus 2, you will be getting values of a and b. A is equal to 1 by 2, b is equal to minus 1 by 2. These values you substitute here. So you get y bar z upon z is equal to 1 by 2 upon z minus 2 and minus 1 by 2 upon z plus 2, like this. Now shift this z to other side, you get this. Okay, so inverse transform of y bar z. Now we have to consider inverse transform. Inverse transform of y bar z is equal to 1 by 2 out. This 1 by 2 out. This is inverse transform of z upon z minus 2. Inverse transform of z upon z minus 2. Minus this minus sign, 1 by 2 out. Inverse transform of z upon z plus 2. Inverse transform of z upon z plus 2. So now here this inverse transform of y bar z is nothing but yn. Inverse transform of y bar z is nothing but yn. So here 1 by 2 as it is you keep. Then z upon z minus 2. This is of the form z upon z minus k. Inverse transform of z upon z minus k is k to the power n. Similarly, inverse transform of z upon z minus 2 is 2 to the power n. Minus 1 by 2 as it is. Inverse transform of z upon z plus 2 is minus 2 raised to n. So, here take this 2 to the numerator, 2 raised to n minus 1 plus minus 2 raised to n plus 1 we get. Similarly, we can solve one more difference equation, that is yn plus 2 times yn plus 1 plus yn is equal to n. Given conditions are y naught is equal to 0 is equal to yn. So here consider z transform on both the sides. We get z transform of yn plus 2 times z transform of yn plus 1 plus z transform of yn is equal to z transform of n. Now here z yn plus 2, z transform of un plus 2 is z square into y bar z minus y naught minus y1 z raised to minus 1 plus z transform of yn plus 1 is y bar z minus y naught. Z transform of yn is y bar z. So z transform of n, we know that it is z upon z minus 1 whole square. Now here z square into y bar z and again 2z into y bar z plus y bar z. So from these three terms take y bar z out common. Z square minus 2z plus 1 we get. Right hand side term as it is. Now here we are using initial conditions. Y naught is equal to 0, y1 is equal to 0. When we use these initial conditions, we are left with y bar z minus z minus 1 whole the square. Here we are using initial conditions and we get this. So z square minus 2z plus 1 is nothing but z minus 1 whole the square. Right hand side as it is. Y bar z keep it as it is. Z minus 1 shifted to other side. So already z minus 1 whole the square. One more z minus 1 whole the square, that is z minus 1 whole raised to 4. Again resolve it into partial fractions and solve the problem. Take inverse transforms and you can solve the problem. So this completes Z transforms. Thank you.